Okay, we're back at it for the third gym defense tonight. We are battling King. King has played us a couple of times this week. We've had some really close, intense matches together. Expect this to be a tough one. So far this week, though, since opening up the Dragon Gym, have not given out any badges. Okay, so looking at his team, wondering if maybe that's a Scarf Lando. That would be a good lead, maybe, to get some rocks out. Well, if it's Scarf, it may not have rocks, but it could. He's also done well his last couple matches by just immediately starting with either Roaring Moon or Gouging Fire and doing a Dragon Dance on us. So, I am going to start out with Koraidon. So Gouging Moon is, combining them, Gouging Fire is kind of the worst lead scenario for me here. Specifically too because it's Terra Fairy. He has used Terra Fairy, but without knowing what the Terra is on that thing, it's also got Burning Bulwark, so I can't just spam a knockoff or a U-turn into it with my Roaring Moon. So he knows that. He brings in Gouging. Let's see if he goes for the immediate Terra Fairy here or not. Certainly could. There's not much I can do about it if he does, to be honest. Except for just attack. So I'm gonna go for a scale shot and see what happens. He's been parrying it a lot versus me, so he might be thinking that I'm expecting him to Terra, which I kind of am, but hoping he doesn't here, that I can hit him with a scale shot. He does. That's unfortunate. Okay, guessing he does a Dragon Dance here. He sure does. Okay. This is one I wish I had a damage calculator for. I don't know that I can do much. I'm gonna kind of YOLO here, do a Terra Fire, Flare Blitz, hoping this allows me to survive a scale shot. He might go ahead and Dragon Dance again, thinking that, I'm going to swap out. Might go for a Flare Blitz, thinking I'm going to Terra Fairy. He hasn't seen my Terra yet in our fights so far, so I'm just kind of hoping that if he does do a scale shot, I can survive it, which I'm really not super confident that I can. Perfect. Holy shit. Okay, that did a lot. So, we should be able to kill. But that's a heck of a trade, having to lose our Koraidon to get rid of Gouging Fire here. Gonna die to that recoil. So now neither of us is able to Terra for the rest of the match. I also have limited sun turns now, so I gotta make this as good of a use of these as I can. I'm gonna bring in Roaring Moon. Now he's also got a Roaring Moon, which can potentially speed time me. Otherwise, Roaring Moon should be the fastest thing on either of our teams here. So at least give me a chance. King is thinking. Whoa. And our... Okay. Alright, there we go. A little bit of lag there, maybe. Raging Bolts. Okay. So now, let me take another look at his team composition here. His Terra Fairy is gone. He has a number of dragons. Does he have anything to resist Outrage? He can bring in King Gambit. I'm not sure King Gambit can take 2 Outrages. Trying to decide, do I just U-turn here? I'm kind of thinking he's going to be a little bit scared to stay in. Now it's Outrage. Let's YOLO here. Good, he stays in. Get rid of Raging Bolt. This does allow him, though, to bring in King Gambit, get a free Swords Dance on it. Brings in Moon instead. That's okay. That's preferred, really. Let's see, his Proto is speed as well, so we're going to speed tie here and see who gets it. Hopefully me. Really, it can make a pretty huge difference, because if not, he outrages me, and I guess I've got Corviknight still. So that's okay. That's okay if he wins. I prefer to get rid of this Moon, though. Perfect. Lucky me. I mean, I imagine that he's also max speed. Kind of have to be in order to get the speed boost there. I'm so worried about this King Gambit in the back. Dusclops, that's fine. He can toss out a burn here. We're not stuck anymore though, so that's okay. In fact, I'm just gonna go gouging. Let's hope he wisps. I might do a Nightshade or a Pain Split. Or a Confuse Ray. That's unfortunate. Okay, so at this point I think he's gonna just hit a Nightshade. I'm gonna bring in Moon again and decide if I want to hit this thing with a knockoff or an outrage. Problem with my Moon moveset is I don't really have anything that is not resisted by King Gambit other than U-turn. So, Moon can't do much to his King Gambit. If I hit the knockoff, it'll definitely kill Dusclops. If he keeps Dusclops. If he keeps Dusclops in, it'll definitely kill it. Pain Split. Whoop-diddy-doo. Does he want to keep this thing alive at this point? I think knockoff is our best move here, or do we do? You know, we're gonna do a U-turn because Dusk really can't do too much to us other than maybe a Nightshade. This is tough. Let's go knockoff. Stay in, stay in. Okay, all right. Goodbye, Dusclops. Another lucky crit. Don't think we needed it. Choice Band, super effective versus that thing. Again, my worry here is bringing in King Gambit and setting up because I'm going to have to swap out. But He's really wanting to save King Gambit for last, and that's just fine for us here. Get rid of Lando's item. Life Orb, okay. Kind of wish that killed me, to be honest. Okay, so now he can do the Swords Dance here, like I've been fearing. I've used up my Terra. I don't have anything that resists Sucker Punch other than Roaring Moon at this point in time. Gosh, do I swap out into something else expecting... I think I just have to stay in. No. We're gonna go Corv. He doesn't know what our moveset is. He may expect a body press. Maybe scare him out or change what he does a little bit. If not, we can at least do some chunk damage to him with... no, some chip damage, not chunk damage, with our Rocky Helmet. Does the Swords Dance. Bad news for us. Okay. Just kind of hoping to attack there, but he doesn't have a reason to. Go back into Roaring Moon. So what I don't know is, does gouging survive a once Swords Danced Sucker Punch? We're gonna have to find out. Thank goodness he didn't try. I think it would have come close to killing us, if nothing else. Now he's got Lando. Lando is likely just outspeed and KO gouging, I believe, here. That's okay. Let's see. Let's see if we're faster or not. We are. Okay. So that is good game, round 1. Kind of curious, actually. Taking a peek right now at my phone. How fast is Lando? Not one that I've got memorized. 91, which is the same as Gouging Fire, so it actually speed ties Gouging Fire. I've got max speed and Jolly Nature on mine. If he does, it was a lucky coin flip for me to outspeed. He might also have a different nature. Good to know, though. If we get that matchup again, we have at least a 50% chance to outspeed. Okay. Is there any reason for him not to come in again with his Gouging Fire? Is there really any reason for me not to do the exact same thing? It's just with the Terra, it's just such a gamble. If it Terra's Scale Shot does absolutely nothing. If it doesn't Terra, Flare Blitz is quadruple resisted. It's intense, honey, isn't it? My wife thinks it's Gouging Fire versus Gouging Fire is a really intense matchup. Really makes you sweat, you know? Oh. Here we go again. It worked before, why wouldn't it work again? So we are going to this is tough. We're gonna Terra and Dragon Dance. There's no reason not to. I expect that he's gonna do the exact same thing. And then it's just gonna become ultimately kind of a game of chicken. Okay. Mine went first, so that's good to know. At least speed time. Possibility that we're faster. He could be an adamant nature or just not full speed invested. Oh, that son of a bitch. He's got Mirror Herb. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, you techie bastard. Oh, I gotta talk some trash. Hold on. You little shithead. The damn tech. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do a Burning Bulwark here. Hope he attacks. He's probably just gonna... Oh. He does the same thing. I'm just gonna do it again. If he's gonna either attack or we're gonna try it again and just hope it works. This might be a situation where we just have to wait for him to kill himself with recoil damage, which is really, really unfortunate. He's got Flare Blitz, so he does take recoil damage. So... Oh, and it worked. Okay, we got it twice in a row. Good luck. Come on, attack. Scale Shot. That was risky. Okay. So now... Dragon Dance. I think he's gonna bulwark here. He Flare Blitzes. That's unfortunate. We survived. Okay. Okay, so we're now... We now at least have a chance. I think he bulwarks here. I'm going to do the same. This is just kind of a game of chicken at this point. It's still a game of chicken, honey. He does the same thing. Okay. It failed. Okay, that's unfortunate. So he could do it again. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think we just have to attack at this point. He's probably going to bulwark. He can, yep. Damn. Okay, so we're in a rough spot now. What do we do? We're gonna have to sack some stuff. Kinda wanna get him to hit Goodra here with the first Flare Blitz so we can lower his speed. Okay. And we'll have to sack Corv here as well. I think he'll just kill me and kill himself, but I'm just gonna stay in and Brave Bird just in case. Bulwarks burns me. That's okay. He's still gonna have to Flare Blitz me in order to kill me, so let's keep hitting the Brave Birds. There's a Dragon Dance. Hit him with another one. Still, he's not going to be able to kill me with Scale Shot, so he's going to have to Brave Bird. I'm sorry, he's going to have to Flare Blitz here. Tries for the Scale Shot, but that's going to backfire because now his defense is weak. He's gonna die, and he could have killed Corv, but he got greedy. So we've got a burnt Corviknight with half health. Better than no Corviknight, I guess, which is kind of what I was expecting there. His gouging did the job, though. Got rid of my gouging, got rid of my Goodra. Seriously injured my Corv. So now I'm going to have to see what I can do with kind of a broken team at this point. Okay, I'd expect probably just like a Volt Switch here. Yeah, I want to save my Koraidon. I need my Koraidon. I think he's going to Volt Switch. And that's fine. If he wants to kill me, he can kill me at this point. I'll U-turn just in case he does something else. If he does do a Volt Switch, we'll get to see what he brings in first, and then we can bring in whatever we want after that to get the best matchup. Does a Draco. Okay. Glad I didn't hard switch as planned. White Herb. Oh, an Inject Pack. Ooh, clever. Okay. Clever boy. He's got some good tricks this time.
What's that?
No, he's a boy. His name's King.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got Lando in. And this is a good spot for Wake. Don't know if he's going to keep Lando in or swap him out. I think we can fairly safely just hit the Draco Meteor here, or let's do flip turn. Let's do flip turn and kind of see what he does. He goes out, brings in Dusclops. We're going to U-turn again and see what he does here. Okay, stays in. Guessing maybe a Wisp. Maybe a Confuse Ray. Nice thing about having Corv still is cool. He can just kind of absorb status here for us. Or just a free switch in, basically. So U-turn again. He probably knows I'm going to U-turn. He's probably going to bring in... Might just do a double Wisp here. I'll bring in Walking Wake to be safe. Nightshade. Just gonna hit him with... let's hit him with a Draco. Don't think it's gonna be enough. So do a Pain Split here, maybe. Confuse Ray. Okay. Expecting his next move then is gonna be a Pain Split. And so he can Pain Split with my Corv. And it'll actually hurt him a little bit instead of healing him. Okay, so he killed Corv, and now is where I think I can kind of freely just start outraging. Gambit can take an outrage, the rest of his team is gonna not take an outrage, so should at least do a pretty healthy chunk to Gambit as well and get it to KO range for something else if we do end up versus Gambit here, which probably he'll do. Lando, okay. Lando U-turn will hurt me quite a bit with that life orb. It might actually kill me. Let's see if Intimidate actually is enough to... Oh, darn. Okay, yep, Intimidate took the edge off. That's unfortunate. Goodbye, Moon. At least we have Lando weakened now. And we get to see what is his next move here. I think we've just got Wake and Koraidon left. We really need to save Koraidon. Need to weaken up some of his other Mon here first. Kind of hoping he brings in Raging Bolt. Okay. Perfect. So, brings in Bolt. I really just want to do enough damage to Bolt that, yeah, that it can be softened up to be killed by Koraidon. Maybe should have gone for Dragon Pulse there instead. Let's see what he does. I'd expect maybe him just to sack Lando at this point. He gives up the Bolt. Okay. This really is a pretty safe spot for him to bring in Roaring Moon. Yep. He can just freely outrage, unfortunately, into me, and I think that's going to be a good game. Okay, so nice work, King. Cracked the code. We are now 1-1. And we're going to have a round 3. Okay, so had really good luck with that gouging lead. Got kind of limited options, unfortunately, to stop it as well. What to do? Could just go kind of hyper offensive with Koraidon. Terra Flare Blitz immediately. He may call that though and then not Terra himself and be just fine. Darn. Okay. Let's get the sun up with Koraidon. And if we do die with Koraidon, assuming he hasn't gotten 2 boosts, we'll be able to outspeed him with Walking Wake or with Roaring Moon after Koraidon dies. Lando, okay. Not too worried about Lando, so that's fine. It's actually preferred because now we can get our sun up. We'll be faster than... have a couple options anyways to be faster than his Gouging Fire. Let's just bring Corv straight in. He's going to U-turn. He's going to bring in his Gouging Fire. Raging Bolt he brings in instead. Okay. Also fine. Probably going to do an electric move this time. Let's just bring in Goodra. Goodra really is kind of limited use here. He's got a lot of strong physical attackers. Raging Bolt's one of the things that maybe Goodra can contribute to. Discharge, okay. Get them paras. So I can't think of a real good reason not to just... Let's see, should we do a Earthquake? Or should we do... Let's do a Dragon Pulse. I don't think he brings in Gambit right away. Brings in Lando, good, so that we didn't do the Earthquake. Bit more chip here, and we're going to do the exact same thing and go into Corviknight. Guessing he U-turns again, unless he really wants to put out Stealth Rock or something. Rock Slide, okay. It's fine. Let's check our Sun turns. 4 left, okay. So I'm trying to decide, do I just heal here? Or do I U-turn? I'm thinking... U-turn. Well, you know what? He might just stay in which case I'm not going to be able to U-turn. So, because he's going to die from Life Orbs, I'm gonna Roost. Goes a hard switch. Back into Raging Bolt. Why not? Let's go back to Goodra again. I imagine he's gonna do his Draco. We know he's got the Eject Pack. Might also have Volt Switch. We've only seen 2 moves so far. Calm Mind. We're not huge fans of that. So yeah, let's just let's hit him with an Acid Spray, because he might see this as an opportunity to Terra. Probably just goes... Oh! Ah-ha-ha! Okay. I didn't think about that. That was that worked out quite well for us, and I totally unplanned. Okay, all right. Got Roaring Moon in now. Let's hit him with a... I think he's gonna... Do we still have Corviknight? I think he's gonna Earthquake here. Maybe he U-turns. Knock off. Ouch. No reason not to U-turn here. Should do it. If it does stay in, it'll we'll stay alive and it'll chunk him pretty good. brings Bolt back. We are going to bring Koraidon back. I think he's gonna Terra here. Let's see. We're gonna U-turn just in case he Terras. At least doing some chip to him in the meantime. So he stayed in, he did not Terra. Which means he's going to be dropping a Draco on us. Dracos. It hurts. Does he stay in? Or does he switch out? I kind of expect him to switch out after the drop. He's got Lando still. Last time Lando came in, he got blasted by a... yeah, I think we can... Let's just do that again. I don't think he's going to bring Gambit in this early. He could. But anything else should take a pretty good... decent little chunk from Dragon Pulse anyways. Dusclops could be a solid switch in at this point, yeah. Probably going to do some of that Confuse Ray nonsense next. Let's get him with an Acid Spray and at least get his defenses weakened up here. Okay. Confuse Ray. So he's got Nightshade, Confuse Ray, Pain Split, and Wisp. None of those are that scary for Walking Wake. So in comes Walking Wake. Chip. Is there anything? He does have dragons. So I'm trying to decide, do I do Dragon Pulse here? I'm going to do Hydro Steam because I don't want him to be able to come in and Terra Fairy and set up on me with his Gouging Fire. If he stays in, Dusclops is gone. Might just bring in his Landorus as kind of a sacrifice pivot. Probably what I would do. Or maybe he's decided he doesn't really need his Dusclops anymore. King loves his Dusclops. Brings in Lando. Smart move. Lando's gone. Expect him to bring in Roaring Moon at this point. Does. Probably gonna U-turn as well, but I really don't want to take a U-turn to the face here. I want to preserve my Wake because my Wake is a good answer to his Dragon Danced gouging. So I am just going to bring in Corv again. Yep, does the U-turn. Excellent opportunity to bring in Gouging Fire, of course. Raging Bolt, though. Okay, good. We really like that, actually, because we're about to lose Sun here. I need to get Sunset back up again. I think this is the last turn of it. Okay. So... do we just let Corv go at this point? I think we do. We're just gonna... no, we don't want a U-turn. Sorry, let's go to Gudra. So if we U-turn and bring in Koraidon, it's not going to set up the Sun, since we're still technically on the last turn of Sun. Ooh, and the Draco misses. This time, we're gonna go with a Earthquake just to change it up a little bit. Maybe he brings in Gambit. Maybe he brings in Gouging. Dusclops again, of course. Okay. Does he burn me? He probably burns me here. I'd like to do a little bit more chip. Let's see. So last time we had this exchange, I did the same thing. I went to Walking Wake. He's probably expecting that I'll do the same thing again. At least I'm hoping. So I'm going to hopefully... he's probably going to Confuse Ray again, in which case I'm going to bring in Koraidon, who hopefully doesn't get burned, but he might, in which case this will be a really bad move, but we'll be okay. He withdraws. Who's he bring in? Brings in Roaring Moon. I kind of expect him to U-turn here. So I've still got... so I'm actually going to... this is pretty risky of me. I'm going to stay in and do a U-turn myself. If he does do a Outrage and kills me, then that gives me an opportunity to get free setup with Terra Fairy Gouging. He withdraws. Perfect. This is the matchup that we want. And I don't actually know if I can kill it without using Terra, so I'm kind of trying to decide what I should do here with that. We're gonna try it. We're just gonna Terra. He gets out of there. Brings in Dusclops. Okay. Walking Wake is just a weapon of mass destruction with Terra Water, Hydro Steam, and the Sun choice specs. Goodbye, Dusclops. I'm sure you expected that to happen. I would imagine this is time for Roaring Moon to come in. I think Roaring Moon is the only thing that can tank a Hydro Steam in the Sun. Kind of expect him to come in and U-turn with it, which is okay if he does. If he does bring in Moon, I'll bring in Corv, then I'll U-turn with Corv. Worst that'll happen is he'll have a +1 Gouging Fire, which will be still slower than Wake here in the Sun. Okay, brings out Roaring Moon. Damn, we've only got 3 minutes left in this match. Okay. Corv, come on! This one is unfortunately probably going to go to timer, if I had to guess. Just too bad because it's a good back and forth. Okay. So that's not a bad move on his part there. I am going to now sack Goodra. Just because I can get the speed debuff on him. Okay, is he confused? He is. Safest thing for us to do at this point is bring in Wake again. He probably switches out to King Gambit, but we can't risk him doing another outrage on us and losing Wake at this point. Raging Bolt, okay. So this should get rid of him. See, this would be trouble for us. We'll sack Corv. Game's gonna end on timer, unfortunately. If not, next move would be to bring in Gouging and do a burn on Roaring Moon. All right, good games.